But let's not kid ourselves. We do need a first phase player. Like we do need a De Jong / I don't know, man. A player who can get the ball and just dictate from deep, like Michael Carrick. I do think we need that because we can't when we get pressed from the middle of the park, we don't have someone who can turn and then get it to the next phase of play. That's where we get a bit stuck.
No, you know what it is, yeah. Like I don't agree. I think with Casemiro, yeah, we need someone that can do what he can't do. We need someone that can carry the ball in midfield. That's what
Yeah.
we need because Casemiro doesn't carry it, but he can pass. Like Casemiro can receive the ball off the centre backs, pop the ball off and stuff like that, but he don't carry it. That's why De Jong is the perfect partner for him because De Jong can put his foot on the ball, drop it, roll, then drive and carry it and then open the midfield up. Do you know what I'm saying? Cas can't do that, bro. So yeah, a similar style like a Kovacic or something like that, but not Kovacic, obviously. But that kind of style of player, bro. Like we don't necessarily need someone that's gonna come deep and get the ball because they can get the ball off Casemiro, bro.
Yeah.
Like they can get it off him. They can get it off him. They don't have to go and get it off the centre back. We don't need someone that's gonna come that deep. Do you know what I'm saying? And also, Cas is a goal threat. He can strike the ball. He's good in the air as well. So we need someone that can carry the ball. That's what we need. I don't think we need someone that's going to get on the ball and dictate because Casemiro, like, can get on the ball. He's not a dictator, but he can distribute. We don't need another distributor. We need someone that's going to be the shuttle between Casemiro and our number 10. Because right now we just have a big gap in midfield where nothing's happening.
And that's the position I'm looking at. Casemiro can be involved in that. And I think, ultimately he will be a big part of what we do anyway, in terms of playing out and whatnot. I get that. But I just think for me, I don't want him to kind of bear the main responsibility. That main responsibility for me would be a De Jong. Even Gravenberch, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Gravenberch. For me, Barella would be unbelievable. Barella would be
He's a baller.
He's an absolute baller. He would be an amazing, amazing addition. Gravenberch, I'm not gonna lie, I've not watched too much of him. I've watched him a bit at Ajax, but I've not seen a lot.
Yeah, since he's moved, he hasn't had a good time. To be honest, I think he's not getting played very much, is he?
He's not getting played very well, 100%. Vitinha is another player that I like as well, man. He's at PSG right now. He's a lovely little player. But it just goes to show, I don't know what the Ten Hag's going to do in it. Once we get new owners and whatnot, we're going to see what kind of players we want. But ultimately, we might not get a player like that. We might get a player further forward, and we might be a team that presses from the front. You don't know what somebody's going to do, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Eriksen.
I think if we get Harry Kane, though, we're not going to be that team. I think you're going to see us be like a kind of. I think we're going to be a bit of a hybrid team if we get Harry Kane, because we got to realize with our manager is, like a lot of people don't notice, but our manager sets up different depending on who we're going to play, blood. Like we're not a team that just play one way like Liverpool, where they just always high press, bro. Like our manager don't do that, bro. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes the manager's more direct. That's why sometimes he played Weghorst in the 10, bruv, because he wanted to utilize the spacing behind. Sometimes he wants to go more vertical. Sometimes he wants to play more possession. It depends on who we're playing against. So because of that, I don't necessarily think that he's going to be like, cool, we have to play like this, bro. Like the man just wants to win games, innit?
Yeah, cool. 100%. We get caught up in the system too much. We get caught up in the system. We get caught up in, certain personnel a lot, But ultimately, he might have a principle and an idea. And he's like, you know what? I can still play the way we want to play football, but I could just bring in maybe one or two additions. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's all about adding to the quality as well, It's not just buying names for the sake of it. You got to add players that come with quality as well. You know what I mean? So that when we do have to bench, because I feel like this season, the only reason why we've not gone maybe further than what we wanted to do is that our quality off the bench is not the greatest in it. Like for like Casemiro coming off, then you've got McTominay and whatnot. You know what I mean? It's not like for like Eriksen. Who else have you got to kind of replace him? There's not a like for like replacement there. So maybe he's going to come in and say, you know what? Let's bring in McAllister. Let's bring in whoever and say, you know what?
I think that the manager's trying to use Bruno, as Eriksen while Eriksen wasn't there. That's what I think he was trying to do, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you look, Bruno was picking up the same areas that Eriksen was picking up. Obviously, he doesn't have the final passing quality of Eriksen, but he's more direct than Eriksen. So when Bruno gets the ball, he's fizzing it in, doing all those things. And I think that the manager tried to use him because he likes that kind of player next to a Casemiro, bro. He likes that kind of player, innit? So
Mm.
I think that Eriksen and Bruno, like that's a kind of a profile that he's already got. I think that we don't have, like, Sabitzer now, I think has solved a big problem for the team, because that number 10 was a big issue for the manager. Played Sancho there, Anthony there. He was playing everyone there, like, to see what worked. He played Weghorst there. And I think now Sabitzer's done it properly. He's like, all right, cool. Like, now we've got this. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. I think the manager he knows what he wants, and he's given loads of players like the opportunity to show him if they can do the job before he buys someone else, innit?
100%, 100%. And also, you got to remember, even the centre back issue, I think for me, Varane is a sticky one. I can't lie. I think we need a centre back anyway, because I don't think you can rely on Varane next season fully, if I'm being honest with you.
No, but he's retired from international football now, so I think that he's going to be okay.
Nah, I don't think he is, man. I think his body's catching up to him, man. I genuinely do, man. I think he might be the first choice, but I think ultimately you need to have an understudy in it. You need to have someone who's ready to kind of take over soon, where he kind of, you know what, he might shake him up a little bit. Say, you know what, if you're not playing, I've got this guy ready in it. It might be Timber, it might be Kim Min Jae. I don't know, in it. There's a couple of people in there, but Varane, I love him, but his body's, he looks like he's catching all the muscular injuries and all these little. It's catching up to him. It's one of them. He's played a lot. He's been playing since 19. You know, like, you got to remember, he's been playing since 19. You know,
he has.
So,
but one thing about Rafa, though, I'd say, it's like he don't carry a lot of body fat. Like, he's very lean and stuff like that. So I think that he can play for a long time. But similar to Rio when he got older, like, man have to manage his minutes, innit? Like,
bro, Rio was the first example, man. We were playing Evans, man.
To manage, you have to manage his minutes. You have to, and I think that Varane, it will be one of them things where we'll need a number one next to Lisandro for next season. Lindelof done really well, by the way, when he came in, but can't rely on this brother for a long period of time, bro. Like, he'll show himself. So we need another right centre back. Get rid of Maguire. Get another right centre back. Right-footed centre back, because Lindelof prefers to play left centre back anyway. It's and then we're all right, bro. I'll be real. I think we're okay. Just one for one, swap Maguire, get rid of Maguire, and then bring him in. Do you know what I'm saying? And then we're cool.
Yeah. The fullbacks are sorted as well. I think for me, Wan-Bissaka, Dalot.
Wan-Bissaka's done enough, to say, you know what, you just give this guy.
What has happened to this guy? Like, seriously.
It's the manager, bro. Like, I told man, it's the system, bro. Like, we're playing this inverted fullback situation. It suits him because he can't cross to save his life, but his ball retention's actually good. So if you play Wan-Bissaka, like, one touch, two touch, he can play, bro. He can play a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? But he can't cross. So
no, he can't cross. 100% he can't. But a one touch, like, I'm like, yo,
he can play.
He can play, man. And I think he's reliable now. I'm not looking at Wan-Bissaka thinking, shit, he's gonna get the ball away or something like that. Like, he's actually, like, that was his Achilles heels was he would give the ball away a lot because he's in tight spaces. He weren't great. But now,
but that's because he was isolated as well, like, out there, because we're getting man cutting inside and that trying to score goals. He leave him 1v1. Like, and what's he gonna do 1v1? No, Wan-Bissaka can't do shit 1v1. You know what I mean? Like, and this is the problem.
Crazy, to be a winger,
last season, he was in 1v1 situations trying to do step overs on the wing, bro. It was dead. You know, like that. And now everything. Now he's coming inside, linking up. You know what I mean? Making the runs forward and
him and Anthony working well, man.